Well, hello, and welcome back. This is Kieran Seaman's Inky World, where all inky drawings are thrown on paper for your enjoyment and pleasure. I hope. So today, kind of firing off what was happening yesterday with all the birds that we were drawing. Lots of people got back to me about the excitement of drawing a bird on a paper. So let's do some more birds. Just to keep that excitement going. So, thank you very much for watching. Let's do some drawing. So, I got some green paint here that's left over from some of the drawings. And I just want to I've got this kind of excitement of getting a big brush, something big and chunky like that. And starting off with something bird-like. Something that just, boom. Something that's just going to explode off the paper. And I love the idea of kind of dragging that down a little bit more, like almost like that. Something like that, just to kind of give us some texture and excitement there, just to start the whole drawing off. Now where am I going to put that? I'm going to put that over there. Just to get the whole excitement starting. We're going to dry down that brush a little bit. Just check the cameras are actually moving and working. You are. So, we're going to be trying something with a little bit of green from that paint. Let's hope it dries a little bit quick, because I don't really want the black Indian ink to start festering into it and kind of exploding and doing things that we don't want. So let's get a lovely, delicious. Let's try that one. There's the nib. For those technical people, that's today's nib. That's what it looks like. In 360 degrees. And we're going to get in and we're going to do something. We're going to... Oh, well, that wasn't quite what I expected. And that is what we're going to start off with. I'm thinking of the green might be a lovely way to kind of get a parrot or something like that and parrots have got this kind of big, kind of chunky, hooked type of beak, which could be real fun. Not enjoying that nib already. So you've been fired. Back to we're gonna go for this golden one here. Looks like I've used it before, but oh, much more firm. And I'm gonna try and get in there and get some real kind of googly eyes going on this parrot, because I love the idea of him being a little bit loopy, you know. You always kind of get the idea with parrots and stuff like that they're a little bit insane or something, you know. The way they kind of repeat everything that everybody says. And so we're just going to get in there and we're just going to give him a real kind of Glaswegian stare, as they call it. We're going to give him some kind of baggy eye kind of feeling there, that he's kind of got a bit of a bad eye. There you go. We might even get into the point of doing some kind of like hashtag kind of cross-hatching, not hashtag. Some kind of cross-hatching on there to get the parrot. And let's give him a nice kind of evilish kind of grin. I'm not quite sure where the thought of a parrot came for, but obviously with the green, it kind of makes sense. In fact, I'll find some lovely orange there for that beak, or even some yellow and orange. Now, I'm not quite sure what happens with the underside of the beak of a parrot, but let's give him a nice big kind of chunky. Let's get something thicker out there on the. Beautiful. And you see the big. I made a big splash there, but it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. No one's looking. Don't worry. No one's looking. Just get in there and do your drawing, man. Don't worry about all the people out there in TV land. Don't you worry about them. Because if you start thinking about them and start worrying about it, you just get all feared about it all and scared and stuff. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So we're just going to get in there and get our... I'm going to try and get some colour in there on that nib a little bit late, or on the beak a little bit later on. Because I do kind of feel like it needs it. Again, I'm going to try just to thicken up a little bit around there. Again, just to kind of... And now, there's a lovely kind of edge there. Oh, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Had to catch that before, because the green is still soft, still wet. And if you touch it in there with the ink too easy, it will just kind of flood its way in. Oh, that's nice. Again, I'm going to get a little bit thicker in there with that. I'm going to get a little bit kind of... Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love the way that things are kind of like filling shapes, just following whatever shape your hand is doing there, and whatever you kind of feel at the time, and not getting too precious about line. Like there, I could have quite easily have gone in and been a little bit more kind of careful about stuff. Or I could get in there and use my finger and... So today I was down in the local park, and there was a lovely Alice in Wonderland kind of tea party, and all the kind of people got all dressed up and stuff there. It was just fabulous. I loved seeing, like there was an Alice in Wonderland there, and there was like the Queen of Hearts there, and it's just fabulous how people can get so kind of into it all. I love the way that they're so kind of carefree about their kind of worries. It's just fantastic. So I got my photo taken with a few of them down there. Incredible people, incredible. Right, so I'm gonna give him this big kind of chest. I love this idea of him having a very stuck out chest. And Mr. Miro was there with me, and we got some photos taken, and you can go onto YouTube, onto Facebook. And you can see some of the photos there. Some of them are on Instagram, I think, but Getting that other wing in there, I feel like it needs to come in and kind of give us that kind of feeling that he's kind of showing his size a little bit. Look how big I am. I'm a big parrot. I'm a big cockatoo. And some of these parrots can get huge sizes. I'm sure some experts in the parrot world will give us some knowledge. Let's give a feel to that ink. It's still a little bit damp, so I will go down and I will draw some of the feet. Give that a little bit of a shading there to kind of get. In fact, it would be lovely to get some blues and stuff like that in there. Do I? It's kind of like a little bit kind of on the nervous side because everything's so wet and I don't want everything to kind of bleed into everything. But let's get that. Let's get those big kind of parrot feet going in there. Nice big gnarly feet on the parrot. Getting those legs coming up. And these drawings are done without any pre-planning. You can see it's kind of like quite a messy kind of, where's that green gone? Where's the green gone? Where did the green go? Is that green? Is that green? That is green. Let's get in there and do some backup on it. Let's get in there and get some darker green going in there. Kind of gives it a nice kind of edge that it's kind of like his kind of power, his excitement, his everything. And I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of that yellow going in there, just to get a clean finger. Just bring in a little bit of that yellow in to kind of keep everything. Ooh. Turned a little bit muddy. That's exactly what I didn't want. But and then I want some oranges down on the end. Let's see what I've got here. It's Ecoline. I'm using some Ecoline on this. And I know you're not supposed to just drop it on, but this is my painting, so I can do whatever I want. And it gives it a lovely kind of texture to it, just by getting in there and doing your fingers. Lovely. It gives them that lovely kind of character. And we might even get down here and do some blues later on if I've got some blue somewhere. I've always got some blue somewhere. Blue. Lovely. There's a lovely cyan there as well. Let's see if I can bring some of that in. That will add a lot to that blue. Is this lovely cyan colour. I do love to use it. I probably use it a little bit too much sometimes, but it's just one of those colours that just it just explodes on the paper. And it's just like, look at me type of color, you know. Down there and do the. That's Mr. Miro going crazy in the background there. He's running up and down and huffing and puffing about things. He's got a green octopus that he's throwing around. And we're just trying to keep a nice kind of explosion of colour with the parrot. I don't want to get too neat and tidy with him, because that will spoil the kind of energy of the parrot. I do find it's quite a powerful kind of bird. It's quite dominant. It's like you can't not look when you see a parrot, you know. It's quite an incredible creature. Get some little textures in on the feet there. Something I love to do. I love to do all these kind of little squiggly kind of hatch lines. Just adds so much to the character. Don't know if that camera can actually see what we're doing down there, but I'm going to get in there and put my name down. Kieran Siemens on YouTube. If you do enjoy the drawings, if you do enjoy the energy, give me a like, give me a follow. Go and buy my new book called Worry Lips. That's nice. I do like that. I do like that kind of energy that comes across from that. And we're going to get in and we're going to get a nice big brush, and we're going to get in and do a nice kind of big frame around it. Lovely. Lovely. That's got such a nice energy about it. Dab that down and we see what we look around and we try to find out where's my green gone. And again, don't be shy about using your fingers. Get in there and get some colour in there in the places where it just hasn't. It's gone a little bit too light maybe, and just kind of dab it in there. Trying to get, the more you're kind of dabbing this on, the more you're not afraid. You will find that once it dries out, you'll have a lot more texture to it. It'll have its own kind of life. And that's really, really, really beautiful. Right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm just trying to see if that's dried up there enough that I can go in and I can put some more yellow in there, because I'd like a little bit more yellow in there, just to kind of and it just trying to highlight things. And you can kind of get to the point where, I mean, you know, obviously the nice way to do this is to kind of wait for it all to kind of dry and settle, but I sometimes get too impatient with it. I do. I get terribly impatient with it. And but sometimes when you are a little bit impatient, what happens is you do get this lovely kind of energy. I love to call it an energy because it's kind of like things kind of bleed into each other, and they do kind of miscolor. And in many cases, it kind of adds to the whole picture. And this has really worked out quite beautiful. That is today's parrot. And he's looking at you straight ahead. Today's parrot, lovely, colourful, lots of energy. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, send me a comment. Tell me what you think of the madness and everything in here. And there'll be a super fast version of it as well over there on the camera. There'll be a speeded up version for you to look at. I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. The parrot. See you soon.